Alex posts so much content. It's hard to not like at least to not always hit.
Yeah, I mean, like, and he knows that too, right?
Of course, yeah. Alex is a smart guy.
And
he definitely knows.
He does not care at all, right?
He definitely doesn't care about our opinion. Exactly. He has no reason to care about our opinion. But we're here. The video that pops out to me is when he's talking about never going home for the holidays, and he's like sitting in front of the camera, looking super duper buff as always, buff and mad. And usually Alex doesn't kind of seem very mad in videos. Sometimes he's like a little bit more stoically, like emotionally, like disconnected, or like kind of jolly and happy, like you know. Mm-hmm. But in this video, he was just pissed. He was just talking about not going home for the holidays. You could tell like he was speaking from the heart. And he was just talking about his father. And almost every time he talks about his father or family stuff, it gets like kind of weird. And for me, what just kind of hit as like, I feel like kind of bad advice and maybe a flaw in his thinking was like, and also like a discongruence in his own self. So let me just back up. The story he says is like, you know, when you go back home, right, people still view you the same way how you used to be, even if you change. And he says an example, I think he says something like, so for example, if I'm at dinner and let's say my dad is like making jokes like, Alex, don't let Alex drink too much, he's an alcoholic, like ha 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 ha. And he says like, I will look at you like, yo, shut the F up.
I don't think he said shut the F up, but it's something like
shut up.
It's something very abrasive. Yeah.
To like his dad, father, hypothetically, right? And it's like, Alex, whoa. I'm like, bro, we're Persian, guys. I'm like, have so a little respect. And it's like, and I know Alex would, again, he doesn't care what we think. Yeah. But I just feel the need to be respectful because obviously we like him, right? But it's like, it's not that you have to always like your parents, but for one, it's like as for him, and I'll say this and I'll let you go, with his stoicism in mind, why can't it just be like, why do you have to even care so much about your dad's opinion? Mm-hmm. Bro, if you are a young man and your dad is in your life and he's not annoying you, what is even the relationship? That's my question. Yeah. Like, that's just every relationship. Your dad's going to say some out of pocket stuff. That's part of the relationship. It's on you to feel like, at least in my opinion, to be the bigger person and just roll with it. Like, imagine like, cause like, I'm just saying, imagine like humongous, jacked, rich Alex Hormozi, right? With all his success and wealth. And then like his dad says like a little alcoholic joke and him, like saying
and
something.
And it gets so under his skin that he's like, I'm not going to put myself through that anymore.
Yeah. I'm like, dude, be bigger in this case, you know? Mm. That's what I'm like, you know, like maybe that's something you shouldn't give advice on.
I mean, yeah. I mean, to your point, I think I agree with you, but I also think I agree with you because I'm biased to your religious perspective, which has a lot to do with this. I'm trying to think from Alex's perspective. He's probably like, I don't really have an obligation to subject myself to certain things, just solely based on the relationship I have with the person. Right. So like, yeah, he's the reason I'm alive, but like, if he's not of value to me, then I don't have to do anything as far as this like me having responsibility in this relationship, which is a normal like Western American kind of take. We just happen to strongly disagree with it, of course. Right?
And I'm not saying take abuse.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just saying like, there's just a way. There's like the abrasiveness.
There's a way to navigate it without coming off like an abrasive a-hole. And he's like, people don't like to acknowledge their change because he has a very pessimistic view about people. I don't know if you like.
Does, yeah.
I don't know if
he admits it. He admits it.
He's like, so like it's strange because he'll talk about in his business life, right? Mm. He'll be like, I'm very prone to taking people like at face value, like at their word. And Layla's a little bit, and he'll say like Layla's a little bit more like hesitant, right? So someone comes and they'll be like, hey, yeah, I've been doing this for X amount of time. I can do this for your company. And according to Alex, this is how, at least from what I understand of his description, is like, oh, okay, word, like, let's bring you on. Whereas Layla's like, nah, like, prove who you say you are first. So it's interesting that in business he's like that, or he has a tendency to be like that. But in like person to person interactions, it seems like he's very like pessimistic. Like he'll talk about his old friends or something, or he'll talk about people that he grew up around. He's like, yeah, you know, people don't like seeing you win.
I agree with that. I think like there's a part of you, we can even be like religious about it too. Like, you know, there's a part of you that if your friend does way better, a little shaitan's like, I wish I was doing good like that. I mean, that's why we're told to, like, when we make dua, like, ask for someone to have more, and then you also ask Allah to give you what they have as well.
I think there's a big distinction though between there's 3 types of jealousy. There's ghibta, which they call good jealousy. Okay. Because it's you have something, I want it. I want you to have it. I just also want it myself. I'm jealous of you for that thing. Jealous has like a specific connotation, and there's no way to capture it in like English. I want what you have, but I don't want you to lose what you have. I'm happy that you have it.
Yeah. Okay.
I just also happen to want it. That's different from me wanting what you have and wanting you not to have it.
Yeah, but jealousy.
That's what Alex is describing.
But I also do think it's pretty natural. Like, bro, if your boy's unemployed, right, and you just keep spamming the group chat with like your promotions. Hey chat, we just hit 90K. Hey chat, we just hit 115. Hey chat, we just hit 150. Chat, we're making 300,000. Like, he's gonna be jealous. You don't think he's not gonna be jealous?
Is he gonna not want that person to have that thing? Like, I'm thinking about like our group of friends. I can't think of a situation.
Maybe not our group of friends. Like, let's not keep it personal. I'm saying in general human nature. It's not like, I don't think he didn't say they don't want you to have that thing, but it's envy.
They don't want to see you win. That's what that means.
Dude, I think it's more like that's envy. Like, it doesn't feel good to see that person win like that.
So you don't want them to have it. So you don't want them to have it.
Yeah, but I don't think the thought process is, oh, I don't want that person to have that thing. It's like, damn, why does this guy have this thing? And maybe emotionally also translates.
Implicitly it is though.
Okay, sure. Do you still not agree?
I don't think
average people.
I don't think. Let me rephrase.
Even for a brief moment, bro.
Perhaps the average person does this.
Yeah.
Then I would just say, Alex, who are you friends with?
Average people, bro.
So maybe there's something to what he's saying. Why are you even spending time? I'm using myself because
that's why I cut them off.
This is relevant.
Yeah.
I can't think of a scenario in which I see my friend having success and I'm like, I wish he didn't have that.
That's a bit crazy.
And I had it instead.
Yeah.
I can think of a scenario where he says, damn, I'm so happy for him. Mm-hmm. I'm glad he got that. I also want that.
Yeah, like 10 mil. Damn, mashallah.
Yeah.
And bring him my way too, please.
Exactly.
God, yeah.
But I'm like struggling to fathom a scenario where I'm like, no, I don't want him to have that.
I think I honestly think it could get pretty... There's not that many things need to happen in life to push someone like that. Maybe I'm just pessimistic. You know, Alex and I are both Persian. I just want to highlight that. That's why we believe in the evil eye, the jealous eye. You know, like maybe it's in our blood. That's what we think. But I honestly, again, I'm actually so serious. Maybe this is a cultural thing growing up. I think it's very real. But let me break it out.
Okay. Perhaps there's like another sublayer, like a cultural sublayer that I'm 100%. Not like detecting.
You don't think he's that never told someone like, Baba June, baby,
no.
They don't give a crap about you.
That's fair. I hadn't considered.
I know he's that Persian, bro. 100% says something like that.
Well, I'm just thinking, like, bro, my friends, like, your friends don't want to see you. My friends want to see me win, bro. Perhaps, like,
inshallah.
And there's like so many layers to this because, like, the people who are like that tend to not have very much going for them, tend to be extremely insecure about other things.
Well, just play on that, right? That's a real thing. I'm not talking about anyone we know. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying, imagine a guy, right? Imagine like if you're a guy who like your upbringing, you're already a bit insecure, right? You have negative opinions about yourself regarding what you can accomplish, relationships, financially, etc. You're in your 30s, and you're single, and you're working like a menial job, and all your friends have relationships and they're making good money. That person is, if they have any amount of self-awareness, they're probably down that route. And then in 40, it gets worse. And then 50, it gets worse. You know, like, this is a real thing. Like, that's actually the cost of not being successful, is your own, like, emotional, like, resentment towards yourself and others.
I don't even think that's the cost of, that's the cost of just being extremely insecure.
I think you're right, but I also think it's part of the success.
But a person can have like a
perception, right?
Can be making, say, $70K a year.
Yeah,
right.
Something tiny like that.
And they live in some place that's not like a super high cost of living.
Yeah.
All their friends are doing way better than them, and they're living in like very high cost of living places. But this guy has a family. He has a relationship. He has real, genuine connections with community and these kind of stuff. So he's like a fulfilled person.
Yeah.
He's not feeling that same way.
No, he's not. But also, it's like the levels between losership is like extreme. Like 70K is so much more than like people who are like that bottom barrel mindset even make.
Even 50K.
All right, if you're enjoying this episode right now, I have to tell you guys something. There is another way to support us besides giving us your money on Patreon, okay? It's sharing this episode. It's liking this episode. If you're on a streaming platform right now like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, even though no one uses Google Podcasts, download the episode. Give it a 5-star rating, okay? Help us out through the algorithms and follow us based on whatever platform. You can check out the links down below. Continue supporting the pod, and I'll let you guys get back to the program.